Hey guys, thank you for joining and watching. I've come on today because I wanted to do a VR to Logan of Lark and Legend and Kyra Getchell, and it is the I Live Here My Tarot Homes Living in Tarot hashtag. So how it works is you choose some tarot decks, and it's decks that kind of really speak to yourself, and you can imagine yourself living in the scenes in the cards. So I've chosen 4 and I've got 2 different styles. So I've got the calm and the chaos. So because I don't always like peace and quiet, most times I do, but I like obviously a little bit of chaos as well. I like to kind of socialize, and yeah, there's always been these 2 sides to my personality, where I need calm and chaos, so that kind of balances me out as a person. So the decks I've chosen today aren't going to be strangers to anyone. I think we've all seen them before. But the ones I've chosen are ones I can imagine myself in the scene with, and kind of like, having a kind of a narrative with the characters. And the first one is my Chaos deck, and obviously this is by Patrick Valenza, and this is the Deviant Moon. I had the Deviant Moon many years ago, and it's always been one of my top 10 favourite decks ever. I love everything that Patrick creates. But this deck, at the time when it came out, really was something special, unique, and one of a kind. It's just, I don't know, the chaos, the kind of creepiness, but like not. Everything about this deck is just incredible, really. Obviously I haven't got to introduce Patrick's artwork because we all know what it is. But I can really imagine kind of like being in the scenes with these characters. They probably scare me half to death, some of them, but I think they're like kind of like already there within us, if that kind of makes sense. There's all sorts of emotions displayed in the cards and the characters, from downright terror, fear, and happiness. I don't know what it is about like Patrick's characters, and if anybody has got the Deviant Moon tarot book, the big companion book, you'll see where he had his inspiration from in the first place, which was dreams, when he was younger. And I love the way that these are pictures of gravestones and asylums, and I don't know, it's kind of takes you really out of your comfort zone when you read with this deck. And I just love the moons in it and everything, and the characters with extra added limbs and things going on. And I'd just love to kind of visit this world. I don't know how long for. I probably wouldn't stay very long. Because like it'd be like probably my worst nightmare. But yeah, I mean, I should imagine like some of the characters are kind of friendly, and yeah, it's just incredible, really. And I think this is one of them decks that will stand the test of time. It'll always be in print, different versions of it. I mean, this is the borderless one. I've got the bordered. I actually won a signed copy from Patrick on Facebook many years ago, and a signed print. And it'll always be one of those decks that I will forever use in my practice, because there's something different you see every single time you use the deck. So yeah, this is obviously the first choice of mine where I want to meet these strange, wonderful, unique characters and see what they have to say. And that was the Deviant Moon Tarot. Secondly, my next choice of deck is a really calm, peaceful one, where I'd like to spend like a week vacation there, because there's no people in it. And so this is a completely nature deck for me, and it helps with meditation practice. And this is the Spacious Tarot. I've only just recently got this, I didn't kind of jump on the bandwagon when it first came out, and I actually got my copy from Miranda over at the Woutique, and I fell in love with it. And I can just stare at the images, the minimalism of the images for ever. I don't know, it's like a kind of world where there's not much going on, but you can kind of lose yourself in you know, the landscapes, with nature, and maybe like, you know, chill out, and but still experience like some of the kind of you know, unpleasant things that are going on in life. But because this is kind of a minimalist deck, it doesn't kind of, you know, muster up any kind of chaos for me at all. It's a really calm deck, and as I said, like, you know, it's great for meditation and for path working, and it is absolutely a beautiful deck. I love this star card when you can just like imagine myself lying on my back looking at the, you know, up at the sky and seeing that North Star, because it has got that kind of view. So yeah, it's just completely lovely. There's something really unique and special about this, and as I said, there's no people at all in this deck, so this is a place I'd want to visit many times, I think, and, you know, just be there with my thoughts and, you know, kind of contemplating where I'm heading. Yeah, no noise, no external things going on, and yeah, and it's just completely beautiful, and I absolutely adore it. Yeah, I can imagine myself sitting in this, like, these woods as well, with just a little lantern lit. It's just lovely. And so this is the second deck I've chosen for my decks I want to live in place. My third deck is a chaotic deck. Well, not so much chaotic, it's full of strange and wonderful creatures, and I often, even though I don't take it out to use, I often just take the cards out to look at them. And this is the Shadowlands Tarot, and this is another really special deck. The illustrations are just absolutely gorgeous. They're kind of monsters, but not. I don't know, it's like kind of whimsical. It's not scary, it's like very whimsical. It reminds me of a place where you go like in a fairy tale and meet these kind of like weird and wonderful kind of creatures, that kind of look human, but they're not. And I think with this one, I think it's the way that Monica's artwork style, it completely draws me in, and the whole vibe of the deck. It's not grim, it's kind of like, as I said, whimsical, and it's just a place I'd want to visit. You know, like, I don't know, like the illustrations in here remind me of children's books when I was small. You know, this is a very storytelling kind of deck, and this is what I love about it. You know, you can see exactly what's going on, but there's other added elements as well. And, you know, the spiders and, you know, the strange kind of people. It's like an upside down world, you know, a complete mirror of our own. And I love it, I really do, you know, with the puppets as well, and, you know, the kind of like sinister looking wolf on the moon. And yeah, it's like a place I wouldn't be scared of visiting. I probably want to stay here for a long time, you know, to find out who the characters are. And it's just super cool, and I don't know, there's something like really special about this deck that draws me in so much. And the same with Monica's Lenormand deck as well. They've got the same kind of characters in, but obviously in the Lenormand deck there's not so much going on. But you can see, like, you know, what kind of world it's going to be, and that looks like the Loch Ness Monster. And it's like a crazy kind of like upside down world, where anything could happen and possibilities are endless. So yeah, every time I look at these cards I see something different. and fun, or kind of, oh, I haven't noticed that before. I absolutely adore that Emperor. Is one of my favourite Emperor cards ever in a tarot deck. And it's just like, I don't know, even though the characters kind of look sinister, they look like they're more full of wisdom, and they look like you could, you know, give you signposts to where you are on your journey. So this is the Shadowland Tarot, and my last deck is a really special deck to me. I've always loved it, I always will love it, and this is the Star Child Tarot by Danielle Noel. Danielle's I don't know, Danielle's artwork is something else, and it's this kind of ethereal place where, I don't know, probably different versions of yourself, maybe, like another kind of version of yourself would be. It's just like, this is my meditative deck, and I just think the scapes in the background are just beautiful. The same with Danielle's other decks as well. I cannot fault any of them, and this is somewhere where I would love to be, because of the colours and, you know, the soft palette and the otherworldly vibe it's got to it. It just, nothing kind of like comes close to this deck for me, in my opinion. I just absolutely love it. And of course I've got the Moonchild as well, but like, I mean, this one, it's just, it's the colours, I think. I don't know what it is about it, the colours, and, you know, you've got the sacred geometry there, and you've got that sky, looks like it's coming alive, and it's a bit like visiting another planet, not another world. And this is the feeling I get from this, all these kind of different beings on these planets, maybe, I don't know, angelic realm or something like that. That's the feeling I kind of get from this. And, you know, because it's got crystals in here, so it's like really high vibe, and, you know, there's lots of different people who Danielle knew, and this is why she photographed them for the deck. But it's just everything, and yeah, I can get like really melancholy like looking at this as well. Sometimes I just get this deck and I'll just, like, you know, pull, say, 6 cards out and just like look how the colours flow into each other, you know, look if there's a message. So yeah, this is just absolutely beautiful. And I've got the Akashic version as well, but like, I do prefer this one. I don't know why. And yeah, it's somewhere where I definitely want to live. I think, though, if I did kind of visit this place, this other realm, in this deck, I don't think I'd want to come back, you know, because it looks all calm and peaceful, and where we should be, you know, where our soul resides. And so, yeah, that's my last choice of deck. Obviously, I've got loads and loads and loads of decks I'd love to live in, but these are the 4 that stand out to me most. You know, I have got some kind of chaotic decks, and I have to really be in the mood to read with them. I think it depends, like, what kind of energy I'm looking for. So I like to keep the balance with, like, the calm and the chaos. You know, you couldn't get no more of a contrast between Danielle's Star Child and Patrick's Deviant Moon. So to me, that's heaven and hell, or good, bad, whatever, and that's the way it kind of fits my personality. So thank you guys for watching. It'll be interesting to see, like, other people kind of carry on with this VR, because I love to watch things like this, and it's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you, Logan and Kyra, and yes, this was a really lovely one to do, and I'm looking forward to doing more. So thank you guys for watching. I will be back on Monday evening with the lovely Benjamin, who created the Earthen Soul Oracle. We will both be live on my channel, 8 PM UK time on Monday, so I hope you can make it and give Benji some support. He's absolutely adorable, and so I'm looking forward to that, and I will see you all very soon. So have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, sending you love always, and take care and stay safe.